Thank you, Paul, for bringing the story of Noah to life in such a wonderful way. The story of Noah actually has many similarities to the situation we find ourselves in today. Noah was in lockdown, following the instructions of God, just as we are in lockdown today, following the advice of the government and the World Health Organization. However, although we will be in lockdown for hopefully just a few weeks, Noah was in lockdown for over a year. He was on a boat with all his family and 2 animals of every species. You can imagine how noisy, smelly, dirty and cramped that must have been. And he wasn't even allowed off the boat for his daily exercise, which at least we can do. However, I want to fast forward this morning and talk about what happened at the end of the story. Finally, after all and the rain and the floods, Noah sent a dove out. And when that dove didn't return, he knew that the land had dried out and it was safe enough to get out of the boat. God was happy, and he painted the world's first rainbow in the sky to celebrate his fresh, clean world. I don't know about you, but I've never seen so many rainbows as I have in the last few weeks. Not rainbows in the sky, but rainbows painted in people's windows, largely drawn by children. The rainbow has become a symbol of positivity, of hope, and of togetherness as we go through these difficult times. And rainbows are even spreading up in our house, thanks to a number of the members of the congregation. We have here a lovely rainbow from Sally, and one actually made of glass that Caroline did for her mum and dad. This is one from Harry that's actually, I believe, in St Peter's School, Wootton. And we have 2 lovely rainbows here from Jemima. One here thanking the NHS for keeping us safe, and this one thanking a lot of the other key workers as well, like the postman, the bin men, the delivery drivers, etc. And then we have 2 beautiful rainbows from Elise here, full of lovely bright colours. And on this one, some really important words: fun, hope, grace, joy, kindness and respect. Hopefully when this is all over, we can put these rainbows up and display them in church, maybe with others that we can all bring. I'm not going to downplay the crisis that we are in and how difficult it is for each and every one of us at the moment. It really is hard having to stay in, not to do the things we love to do, not being able to see our friends and families, and for many people even going down with the virus or having to cope with the loss of a loved one. However, I do like to think that good can come out of any situation, however bad it may seem at a point in time, just like the story of Noah. I think you would all agree that the world was not in a good place before the virus hit, just as it was in Noah's time. And I do believe there are 3 positive things that we can take away. Firstly, I'm sure you'll all agree that we were taking so many things for granted and not fully appreciating the efforts of so many people that were doing such a fantastic job in just making our society work. We just expected everything to be there and for things to happen. We are now finally fully appreciating the work done every day by our wonderful NHS staff. The doctors, nurses, midwives, carers, GPs, pharmacists, staff, cleaners. I could go on. So many wonderful stories have come out over the last few weeks about our NHS staff who are working tirelessly and often putting their own lives at risk to save lives of others, and just to be there with our loved ones at their time of need when families can't be with them. It's so inspiring to take part in the Clap for Carers at 8 o'clock every Thursday evening to show our appreciation for each and every one of them. But it is not just the NHS staff. There are so many other groups without whom our society would just not function. the refuse collectors, the supermarkets and our local shops, the delivery drivers, police, armed forces, transport workers and so on. Maybe we used to take for granted that if we put our bins out on a Tuesday evening, they would just be collected on the Wednesday. Or if we went to the co-op, whatever we wanted would be on the shelves. Or if we ordered something online one day, it would automatically be delivered the following day, without really giving much thought to how all these things happened.